Welcome to this live play-by-play for the South Florida Boise State game. First game of the year. As you see, both of these teams are ranked in my top 25 rankings, which you can see on my community polls on YouTube. Depending on how close the game is at the end, we might have to end early because I do have a fantasy football draft at 8:30, which is what time this game is supposed to end. But we also need to get the score. So give me a second. No, Boise State, US. You're in StreamYard tab. There you go. The kickoff for USF number 42. Adam. USF has won the toss and deferred to the second half. And the kickoff, we are underway. It'll be returned. And Boise State's, that was number 8 for Boise State. Number 8 is Malik Sherrod. And out comes the quarterback, Maddox Matson, for Boise State. It is 1st and 10, Boise State. At their own 20-yard line. Matson under center. Takes the snap, hands off to Sherrod. Sherrod gets a solid gain of 4 on the play. Gain of 4 on the play. Second and 6 for Boise State. Here's 2nd down and 6. Just getting started here in Tampa. Matson in a shotgun this time. He takes the snap. It's going to be a pass. Complete to number 3. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Complete to number 3, Latrell Caples. Caples with the catch on the play. Up in. First and 10 for Boise State. Matson's pass is complete. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Second and 8. So 2-yard gain on the play. Matson in a shotgun again. Takes the snap, throws. Steps up in the pocket, throws to the running back, 25. Which is 26. Sayuri Gaines with the catch. And it's 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1 for Boise State. Only played 3 games last season for Boise State. And he gets the 1st down. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I'm not gonna get anybody because we got They're showing the offensive line. 1st and 10 for Boise State. Matson's pass is caught by number 86. Number 88. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Caught by number 88. Matt Wagner for a gain of 4 on the play. Wagner with the completion. Matson under center this time. Takes the snap, handoff to Malik Sherrod. Turns his legs and gets the first down. It is 1st and 10 Boise State with 11 minutes left in the first quarter. Driving down the field. I cannot show live game action because I will get demonetized on YouTube and get a copyright strike. And we do not want that. So 1st and 10 Boise State. Madsen under center takes the snap. It's going to be play action. Madsen scrambling. Pass incomplete. Intended for number 85, Matt Water. Pass was incomplete. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 with 10:36 to go in the first quarter. Boise State is driving. Matson in a shotgun. 24. Dylan Riley next to him. Riley gets the handoff and is tackled for a loss by number 7, Ermon McCoy. Correction. Number 7, Jalen Schuler. Schuler on the tackle for USF. Schuler makes the tackle for loss. And it is 3rd down and 10 for Boise State again. Madsen's pass complete. Oh, it's a fumble. USF has the ball. It came out. Number 8, Malik Sherrod fumbled. And it looks like it was recovered by Jalen Schuler of South Florida. Bulls will take over possession with 9:48 to go in the first quarter. Again, that was a fumble forced by USF's defense, picked up by Jalen Schuler. Malik Sherrod put it on the ground, and USF will take over when they get back from break. I apologize again if the connection's a little laggy. It's the computer I'm on. Let's see here. Refresh. I don't know why it says that. It should say USF. Y'all didn't hear the big news in the NFL. Micah Parsons has been traded to the Cowboys. I mean, to the Packers. We're good. We're still on commercial break so far. Thank you. So far, there's no score between South Florida and Boise State. But USF comes out on offense. Led by quarterback Byram Brown. And the offense for USF looks like this. They're going to have a four-headed running back duo of Davenport, Isaac, Franklin, and Norton. Byron Brown at quarterback. Weston Wolf at running back. At tight end. Oh, and this might not be a turnover. Looking at it now. Is it? It is a turnover. USF football, 1st and 10 with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Brown going to throw a screen pass. Caught. For a short gain on the play for a loss of 1. Brown's pass incomplete, intended for number 5, Contravious Norton. And it is now 3rd and 11 for the Bulls after forcing that turnover. Brown and the shotgun. He's identifying the mic. Brown claps once. And he's looking to the sideline for the play. Brown goes back into the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. Brown rushed. And he will be sacked by a whole host of Boise State Broncos, including number 92, David Latu, redshirt junior transfer. And it is a turnover on downs for USF, as they will punt it back to Boise State. The punter for USF is number 42. And he punts it away. And it's going to take a Bulls roll and go out at the 29-yard line. Boise State gets the football back. So he's going to be delayed by a play, ladies and gentlemen. Broncos. Madsen's pass complete to number 25. I don't see him on there. Madsen's pass was complete for a gain of 1. Madsen in the shotgun. Running back side, Cartwright. And Madsen's pass incomplete, intended for Sherrod. 3rd and 9. And Sherrod goes out to the sideline. They bring on the another tight end, Matt Wagner, comes in. Madsen takes the snap. And Madsen's pass is incomplete, intended for number 80. Cameron Bates, sophomore wide receiver, incomplete, 4th down and 9. Number 37, Oscar Doyle on the punt. And he gets the punt off. Fair catch called for and made by number 10. By number 10. By number 15. By number 80, Joshua Porter. Second offensive drive for USF coming up. Flag, though. Illegal formation on the punt team. Holding. Return team penalties offset. Replay 4th down. So there's an illegal formation penalty on Boise State and a holding penalty on USF. So therefore, we'll be re-punting the football. Re-punting. Chill out. Who cares how it goes? So Oscar Doyle back on to punt for Boise State. Porter deep for South Florida. And Doyle almost has the punt blocked. And Porter's going to return this. Gets it up to the 29-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 South Florida from there. No score, 7:31 to go in the first quarter. We might try a different score. Sports. No, we want. We're trying to find a better way to. You will have the score up on the screen. Just give me a second. CBS Sports. Right here. This is the one we want. Perfect. 7:41 to go. You can actually see the score. We still here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are still here. Even if it means the. I should have kept it how it was. So USF gets the ball again. 0-0 tie. First quarter, 1st and 10, South Florida on their own 29-yard line. So far, no score. It's been a defensive battle so far, honestly, between South Florida and Boise State. Both defenses have shown up. And we appear to be back. They're showing the skyline of Tampa. It'll be 1st and 10 for South Florida at their own 29-yard line with 7:31 remaining in the first quarter. And it looks like we had a completion. 1st and 10, South Florida. Brown and the shotgun. Takes the snap. And it's going to be a screen pass complete to number 6, Medea Rubin, for a gain of 5. A gain of 4. So 2nd and 6. And that's complete to number 4, Sam Franklin, for a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 5 for South Florida with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 5. Brown takes the snap. He's going to throw. It is caught by number 11. It was caught by number 11, Keshawn Singleton. For the 4th and 1, for a gain of 4, 4th and 1. And Byron Brown under center. What is this formation they're lined up in? Are they going to try to do a tush push? I think he got it. 4th and 1, Brown on a snap. He gets pushed forward, and that will be enough for a USF. No, he stopped short. It's going to be 1st and 10, Boise State at the South Florida on the USF side of the 50. Said this was going to be I thought this was going to be a defensive battle, and so far it has been. First and 10, Boise State at the USF 40. Madsen's pass incomplete, intended for Chris Marshall Jr. Second down and 10 with 5:40 left in the first quarter. Madsen and the shotgun. Looking over to the sideline, looks back to the center, takes the snap. It's going to be a pass. And Madsen's pass complete to Chris Marshall Jr. again for a first down. And it'll be 1st and 10, Boise State at the South Florida 25. First sustained drive for Boise State tonight. Matson in a shotgun again. Running back to his right. Matson takes the snap. He's going to throw another pass. And Matson good. For the moment. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're back. Matson's pass was complete. There we go. Now we're right in front of the TV, and this is for college football game. This is right where you want to be. We're making some adjustments here. And Matson's pass is Boise State gets the first down. Give me 30 seconds as I'm trying to recalibrate everything. We have kind of slid over to a new. There we go. We're good now. Right, almost right in front of the TV. Gains on the carry. Short of the first down. No, he gets the first down, so Boise State continues to have possession. We did not lose. What are you on the headset? First and 10, Boise State at the South Florida 14. And Matson's pass incomplete. Intended for Marshall. But there appears to be a flag on the play. And it looks like it is going to be against South Florida. Pass interference defense on Deshaun Rucker of South Florida. So that is 22. The right side cornerback, redshirt senior transfer. Yeah, that's pass interference. And it was on Chris Marshall. I don't blame USF for trying to tackle him and not letting him catch the ball in the end zone. So it's first to go Boise State on the 4. This might be the first scoring drive of the game for either team. But we'll see here in a second. And Boise State has it. It is first and goal at the 4. Matson under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to the running back. Gains. And Gaines has a, no pun intended, gain of 4. Second and goal at the 1 yard line. Boise State's had a long drive here, ladies and gentlemen. And it'll be second and goal from the 1 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And Boise State is... Are they going to give him a touchdown? Nope, it's going to be third and goal. Why is it doing that? It is 3rd down and goal. And Boise State moves early. So there's going to be a flag here. I don't know what they're calling. I think we're just going to go back to ESPN so we can get. It was a false start penalty on Boise State, which makes it 3rd down and goal on a 6. 3rd and goal on a 6 for Boise State with 1:20 left in the first quarter. And Boise State looks like they're going to let the clock chew down to under a minute. And Matson's pass complete to Chris Marshall Jr. Touchdown, Broncos. A 4-yard passing touchdown from Maddox 5-yard passing touchdown from Maddox Matson to Chris Marshall. And it is 6-0 Boise State pending the extra point. And on to kick that extra point for Boise State is the place kicker, Colton Boomer. Boomer on the kick. The holder is Oscar Doyle. The extra point attempt from Boomer is up and good. It is 7-0 Boise State with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Boise State 7, South Florida 0. Like I said, at 8:30, I have a fantasy football draft, so that Boise State touchdown drive was 9 plays, 38 yards, and it took 4.5 minutes off the clock. First sustained drive of the evening for either team. I will have another play-by-play on Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. This time, it'll be Clemson and LSU. Possibly Clemson and LSU. I might choose to forego that and parlay that into a different game. In week 2, maybe Michigan, Oklahoma. I think that's what I'm leaning towards, just putting that as Michigan and Oklahoma in week 2 on Saturday night, next Saturday night. And I think that's the plan right now. I'll do it in the morning. Get the logos. So we're back to live action, it looks like. Or we will be in a second. It is 7-0 Boise State. Again, update. No LSU Clemson play-by-play Saturday night. Next Saturday night, we will have Oklahoma, Michigan. Here's the kickoff from Boise State. And it goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The USF gets the ball 1st and 10 on their own 25, and they're showing you here's the rest of the kickoff week. Friday at 8 o'clock, Georgia Tech, Colorado. Saturday at noon, Syracuse, Tennessee. Florida State, Alabama at 3:30. Primetime Clemson and LSU. Sunday at 3 on ESPN. Virginia Tech, South Carolina. And Sunday at 7:30, Miami and Notre Dame. The Irish. Brown takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Norton, Contravian Norton, and he gets a gain of 1. Yep, that's Norton on the carry. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for USF for 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Brown is going to be sacked by a whole host of Boise State Broncos, including a number 6. No, I need to. Including number 6, Jeremiah Arabi. Jeremiah Arabi. 3rd and 17 for USF. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brown and the shotgun. Takes the snap. Calls an audible. 7, 6. Snap to Brown. He's going to throw deep. He's got a receiver. It's caught by number 2. Chess Nimrod. Nimrod with the catch. At the end of the first quarter, it is Boise State 7, South Florida 0. Maybe. So we're at the end of the first quarter. It is 7-0. Still 7-0 as we go to the second quarter. We got any score updates from other games in progress. I am pulling up scores from other games on my phone. Rutgers is up 7-0 on Ohio. And we have a bunch of games starting in a few minutes. Rutgers is up 7-0. Bowling Green's up 7-0. First and 10, South Florida. On the 50-yard line of Boise. On the 50-yard line of Boise State. Byron Brown throws deep. Got a receiver, overthrows him. That was intended for Chase Nimrod again. Chase Nimrod on the target. Brown just overthrew him a little bit, as you saw there. Kid can fly, though. Redshirt transfer junior. It'll be 2nd and 10 for USF. Brown takes the snap, looks, completes it to Nimrod again for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and 9 for South Florida. 3rd and 6 for USF on the Boise State side of the 50. Brown in the shotgun takes the snap. It's going to be a QB design run for Byron Brown, and he gets the first down on a nice gain of 9. Gain of 10 on the play. First down, South Florida at the Boise State 27. At the Boise State 27. And Brown looks, throws, pass complete for a first down to Nimrod, but there is a flag on the play. Again, there is a flag. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down, and that penalty was on Connor McLaughlin, redshirt senior right tackle. McLaughlin is the guilty customer of holding. And that's holding. He was holding number 15 of Boise State. First and 20 for South Florida on the Boise State 39-yard line. Brown's pass incomplete, intended for number 81. Christian Neptune, a freshman. Pass was intended for Neptune, the freshman. Oh boy. This is not looking good for USF. They're second and 20. And Brown on the run. Gonna get some of that yardage back. He gets the first down, but there's a flag, and that should have been 6. But it's gonna be coming back. It's gonna be holding on USF, I would imagine. Holding offense 72. The center, Cole Best. Cole Best gets caught holding this time. And yeah, that's holding. I mean, Byron Brown had a touchdown. If Cole Best doesn't hold, that's 6, and we're tied. So second and 30 for USF. The snap to Brown. Pass complete to number 15, Alvon Isaac, and he gets some of the yardage back. It's going to be 4th and 15 at the Boise State, 3rd and 15 at the Boise State 34-yard line. Here's the snap to Brown. And he's going to throw pass incomplete, intended for number 19, Jaquan Smith, redshirt sophomore slot receiver. And the field goal unit will be coming onto the field for USF. The field goal kicker is Nico Gramatica. Gramatica, the kicker. Holder, Chase Leon. And the long snapper, Garrett Cates, a redshirt senior. 52-yard field goal from Gramatica is good. And the score with 12:39 to go in the second quarter is Boise State 7, South Florida 3. Seven 3 with 12:39 to go, and Boise State will get another possession here in the first half, and we go back to the USF side of things. seeing on stream that I am changing the game we were supposed to do Saturday to a game next week. Okay, that's the only thing we have to change here. So it is 7-3. The hell? Seven three Boise State, and the kickoff. And Boise State will return it. Malik Sherrod on the return. Gets it out to about the 16-yard line. It'll be first and 10 Boise State with 12. Pack players, Malik Sherrod and Sear Gaines. It's going to be a minute before I'm off. First and 10 Boise State. And the running back Gaines, or is that's Sherrod, tackled for a loss by Jalen Schuler. Loss of 2, second and 12 for Boise State. Low scoring, slow paced game so far today between South Florida and Boise State. Matson takes the snap, throws deep, and it's incomplete, intended for Chris Marshall. Third and 12 for Boise State. Matson audibles. And the shotgun takes the snap. Drops back. Throws. Pass complete to number 3. Latrell Caples. Caples on the catch from Matson. First down, Boise State. At the 29. Boise State takes the snap. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Matson hands it off to Gaines. And Gaines is going to get stuffed for no gain on the play. No pun intended. It'll be second and 10 for Boise State at their own 29-yard line. Second and 10. Matson and the shotgun again. Running back Gaines to the right of him. Matson drops back. Throws. Pass is incomplete, intended for Marshall. Third and 10 at the 29 for Boise State. with 10:32 to go in the first half. Well, like we said, this was going to be a low-scoring game. I think in the second half, whoever has the ball last will win this game. Third and 10 for Boise State at their own 29. Matson looking, throws to the running back Gaines. And Gaines is going to pick up a minimal game on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 6 for Boise State. And the punter, Oscar Doyle, will come back out with 9 minutes to go. With 9:40 to go in the first half. Joshua Porter back to return the punt. Third time we've seen Oscar on the punt today for Boise State. And this is a decently good punt. Fair caught at the 20 by Porter. It'll be 1st and 10 for South Florida at their own 20 when we come back from break. Here we go. First down for USF when we come back. Again, Saturday there will be no play-by-play. It'll be next Saturday, Oklahoma, Michigan. Score updates. Ohio and Rutgers are now tied at 7. Lafayette still down to Bowling Green, and that game is now in a delay. At 7 o'clock, we've got East Carolina, North Carolina State, Louisiana Monroe, St. Francis, Delaware State, and it is Deshaun Jackson's first game as the Delaware State head coach. Jacksonville State and UCF. Elon and Duke at 7:30. Also at 7:30, Missouri and Central Arkansas. At 8 o'clock, Buffalo, Minnesota, St. Francis, Stephen F. Austin, and Houston at 8 o'clock. Miami Hall, Wisconsin at 9. Stony Brook and San Diego State at 10 o'clock. Tarleton and Army tomorrow at 6. Kennesaw State, Wake Forest tomorrow at 7. And that's your score updates. Back to our game. 9:44 to go in the first half. 7-3 Boise State. This game has been slow, sluggish, and it's been quite the opposite of what we thought it was going to be. We thought there was going to be a lot of points. So far, there's only been 10 points between the two teams, a touchdown and a field goal. And they're showing some highlights of Byron Brown so far today. And Alvon Isaac, the freshman, finally getting some run. First 2 drives, 7 plays, -3 yards. Last drive, 10 plays, 41 yards, 3 points. Let's see what the Bulls can do on this drive. On 1st and 10, Brown comes out in the shotgun. Norton next to him. Snap. It's going to be a handoff to number 81, Christian Neptune. And Neptune gets no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for USF. And the handoff, Brown keeps it. It gets 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8 at the USF 22-yard line. With 9:16, with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Here's 3rd down and 8 for South Florida. Brown in his shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. And he's going to audible. Brown takes the snap. He's going to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked by a whole host of Broncos, but there's a flag. I wonder if they're going to knock him for roughing the passer here. And Spencer Danielson does not look happy at all. They threw Byron Brown to the ground. Personal foul defense on number 4. On number 4 of Boise State. And number 4 is Devon Banks, a redshirt senior. That is dumb. You're a senior. You're supposed to be setting an example for the young guys. And that's a boneheaded play. They're lucky USF didn't get a touchdown on that play. That's all I have to say. 1st and 10 for South Florida. Porter in motion. Snap. Brown's going to keep it. And he gets the first down. He gets out of bounds. Byron Brown on the run. 10-yard gain. 1st down, South Florida. Nice little fake handoff there from Byron Brown. He faked the handoff to Avon Isaac. Brown going to throw. That's caught by Keshawn Singleton. And Singleton's going to take it all the way down to the Boise State 19. Oh, no, that's to the Boise State 20-yard line. 20 to the Boise State 25 for a 1st down. Brown takes the snap. Pump fakes to the running back Isaac. Complete to Joshua Porter. And Porter gets a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 with 7:28 to go in the first half. Brown is 8 of 12 for 104 yards passing. And there appears to be some laundry on the field. Another penalty on South Florida. This one's going to be full start on the offense. $67. Full start offense number 67. Thomas Schrader. Redshirt senior transfer. Left guard. The left guard for South Florida moved. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for USF on the Boise State 23. Brown takes the snap. Claps once. Says the running back in motion. Brown's pass is complete, and it's a fumble. Fallen on by Boise State. Or did USF get it back? I believe the Bulls got it back. Yes, they did. It is 1st down USF. Brown's pass was complete to number 16, Jeremiah Koger. Koger on a catch and run. He gets it down inside the Boise State. It's going to be first and goal, it appears, for USF after the fumble. Koger fell back on it, which was a good thing. Or are they reviewing this to see? I don't think it's going to be USF football. It's a catch, but they're reviewing it to see if it was a fumble. It was a fumble, but they're reviewing to see who it was recovered by. Throwing away to go in and change the lock screen, right? No, there's not. We're going to change the photo if we can. We are going to update the thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back live, ladies and gentlemen. Back to live action. And it will be 3rd and 10 for USF. Third and 10 for South Florida. Lyman Brown and a shotgun. And Boise State takes a timeout. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Another a timeout has been taken. And it looks like USF, 3rd down and 10. Brown and a shotgun. Takes the snap. Steps back, drops back. He's going to take off and run. To the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, USF. Byron Brown. And the Bulls take a 9-7 lead. With 6:34 to go in the first half. Grammatica on for the extra point. And Grammatica's extra point is good. So it's 10-7 with 6:34 to go. I'm in the middle of updating the thumbnail for this. Started pre-processed. It's like that's kind of all you need. Ten 7 USF as Boise State will get the football back with 6:34 left. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Boise State at their own 1st and 10 Boise State on their own for offside. Another flag on USF. How do they have this lead? Offside, number 99 of USF, Devin Lee, graduate transfer. 1st and 5 for Boise State at the 35, at the 29-yard line, at the 30-yard line. And Boise State's going to take it. Gains on the run. Gets a big gain on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 Boise State at the South Florida. On their own side of the 50 right now. On the tackle for USF was number 2, Kevin Ward, redshirt junior. Gains has 6 carries for 29 yards. Gains in motion. This goes to Gaines. And he's going to get close to a Boise State 1st down. Boise State moving the football again on USF's defense with 5:40 left in the first half. It is 10-7 South Florida. And Gaines on the run again. Or is that Sherrod? I believe that was Malik Sherrod on the carry. Was that? Yep, that was Malik Sherrod, and he gets another Boise State first down. First down, Boise State on the South Florida 24-yard line. With 4:55 to go, with 4 minutes and just over 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Boise State, the pass is complete to number 85. Matt Lauter. Lauter with the reception. Personal foul. Roughing the passer defense. Number... I mean, you could have called holding too. 99. That's Lee again. That's Devin Lee. Lee with another holding penalty. Unacceptable in my book. That's two penalties he's had called on him on this drive. It's going to be 1st and 10. 6 penalties for 52 yards for South Florida. 2 for 20 for Boise State. 1st and 10 Boise State with 4:16 to go in the first half. Boise State Gaines gets Sherrod gets no gain on the play. Tackled by number 3 on the USF defense. Jonas, redshirt sophomore transfer, Jonas DeClona. If I'm saying that last name wrong, I apologize. 2nd and 9 with a 1-yard gain. And Boise State's going to be moving back 5 yards. Offensive lineman, number 72. False start offense, number 72. 75. The guilty party is Daylon Metoyer. Metoyer is the guilty party for Boise State. It'll be 2nd down and 14 with 3:34 to go, with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Matson takes the snap. He's claps, takes the snap, hands it off to Gaines, and Gaines fumbles, and it's recovered by number 10 on the South Florida defense, which is Ira Singleton. Singleton recovers the fumble, and it'll be South Florida football. Textbook defense right there by the South Florida Bulls. That is definitely a fumble. Ira Singleton picked it up. Gaines puts it on the turf. It'll be 1st and 10 USF. Big turnover for the Bulls. They have a chance to go up by 10, and they get the ball to start the second half. Bulls last 2 seasons, 11-1, with multiple turnovers forced. When forcing multiple turnovers. That's the second one they forced today. And Brown on the run. He's going to get a short gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we have a shoe loose. And of course, who else would it be? Byron Brown literally ran out of his shoe on that last play. Second down and 10 coming. Second down and 8 coming for USF. Up 10-7 with 2.5 left. 2:40 to be exact left in the second quarter. And Contravious Norton is going to get absolutely no yardage on the play. It'll be third. He loses 2 yards, actually. It is third down and 10. Virgin Morgan with the tackle. Jaden Virgin Morgan with the tackle on the play. It is 3rd and 6 for USF. And the 2-minute timeout has hit. 10-7 with 2 minutes left in the first half. I'll finish it on this stream. Because we don't really have anybody in here right now. I mean, you guys you could do it. Game streams what we're going to do. I'm going to try this year and see what happens. You get that for this one. Coming up, Adam Schefter, latest on Parsons trade. That's the big news. USF, it looks like, is not going to do anything with the turnover. Rutgers 17, Ohio 13. 3rd and 10 for South Florida. Brown looks over to the sideline. We got 2 minutes left in the first half. 10-7 South Florida. And I believe South Florida does get the football to start half number 2. Brown's pass is dropped by number 8. Wyatt Sullivan. Sullivan's first target of the season. And he drops the pass. Wyatt Sullivan, a transfer tight end. And the Bulls do nothing. Chase Leon on the punt. Malik Sherrod back to return the punt for Boise State. And Sherrod's going to call for a fair catch at the 25. College football rankings AP top 10 week 1. Texas number 1, Penn State number 2, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4, Georgia 5, Notre Dame 6, Oregon 7, Alabama 8, LSU 9, and Miami number 10. Florida State and Alabama is going to be a good game. And you want to see all my updates from the game Saturday? Please check my Twitter. That is where I'll be posting about all the games. Matson hands it off to Sherrod. And Sherrod gets a short gain on the play. It'll be second down. 2nd and 8. So a 2-yard gain from Malik Sherrod. And Matson's pass is complete to number 82. Ben Ford, redshirt senior wide receiver, on the play for a first down. Matson takes the snap out of the shotgun, being chased. And he throws it away, intended for Matt Wagner. There is a flag, though, or it's going to be a review. What could they be reviewing here? Let's see. They're reviewing the first down. Reviewing the first down, apparently.
Jerry, thank you. Oxymoron football parlance, review football. Yeah, true. That doesn't tend to happen. Well, it's a great reminder that on the potential 10-second runoff, with a minute 4 left to go, a lot of real estate from the Boise State offense. We take another look at the spot here. So the answer short. I mean, it's egregious. It's going to be answer so short, so let's make sure the spot is done appropriately.
It sounds like he may be doing it the first down.
Things have been uncharacteristic in this Boise State Broncos in the first half. The roughing the passer that led South Florida down the field with a touchdown. Sure. And then the ball security. You don't have to see them make many mistakes, especially red zone ball security. You know, that's. See what happens when I say it should be quick.
Exactly. Should be quick.
Well, they've got to get that right. Jerry mentioned potential 10-second runoff possibly coming on top of this. But the call itself is over. Short of line. So the decision now, there's going to be a 10-second runoff. So the decision now is best to use one of your 2 times. I don't think so. I think you say. I mean, at this point, you have the whole right now. You're having a timeout.
Yep. It is going to be third. It looks like they're rolling on the field.
Okay. So it's been sorted out.
So it's 3rd-and-1 at the 32 of Boise State. Matson takes this. Matson under center. Matson takes the snap. He's going to try to push forward. And I believe he gets the first down. Matson takes the snap. Looky, throws, and his receiver gets popped. Mac Harris on the tackle.
Now for Boise State, look, this is a good couple of weeks. The all new ESPN app, that's where to watch the sports. All of ESPN, all in one place. Live games, live stats, plus you can track your fantasy teams and personalize your favorite sports teams and players. The personalization of the app is one of the best parts of the game. No question about it. If I just want all Arizona State stuff, why would you not? I get all Arizona State stuff. Oh, I already know how you signed up.
2nd-and-9 for Boise State. Matson's pass is complete to number 82. Ben Ford, big gain on the play. 1st-and-10 Boise State on the USF side of the 50. Matson takes the snap. Scrambles, and that is caught by number 85, Matt Lauder. Correction, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. With 30 seconds to go in the first half. (14 of 21), 120 and 1 TD for Maddox Matson today. Matson steps up in the pocket, scrambles, and he's just going to throw it away. Chucks it out of bounds. He was chased. (52) on South Florida. He was being chased by number 52. Matson. False start offense, number 75. Daylon Meteor with the infraction. Again, it is 4th and 15. 3rd and 15. (63) Josh. Matson drops back, looks. He's going to find the running back. Sherrod. Jalen Schuler chases him out of bounds. 4th down and 10 with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 4th and 10. It appears Boise State's going to go for it. Madsen adding the shotgun. Sherrod sidecar right. Madsen takes the snap. And no, he doesn't. Delay a game on the offense, and it looks like it's going to be a punt. Almost blocked.
That's going to go to the end zone for a touchdown. 3 timeouts left remaining. I'd be stunned. I know Alex Trolis likes fun, loves offense. You got a 10-second lead against 25th ranked team in the country. You haven't been clicking on all cylinders. At this point, what's your vote? Is this bang the knee and go to the half? They want to play. They may want to play, but understand they know they're getting the ball. We just mentioned coming out of the locker room. If you not do anything back up, it could jeopardize that. Don't want any negativity. Let's make sure.
First and 10 with 13 seconds left in the half.
This is where Mullen would snap at me. But how dare I question the coach?
Damn, Mullen. Yep. Brown just going to hand it off to Norton, and Contravion Norton is going to get nothing. And we will go to the half. USF gets the ball to start the second half. 10-7 going to halftime. You'll get my halftime thoughts and opinions in a second. Here's my thoughts on the game so far. USF to this point has played a clean game with very few turnovers, and if they could keep doing that, they will be in position to win this game and go to 1-0 on the season and have the biggest upset to start the season. The one thing I'm going to say they need to clean up is they need to minimize the number of penalties they have in the second half. That's the one thing that's killed them the entire game is the penalties. If they can clean up the penalties, then I think they will be in good shape to win this game and go to 1-0.
World-class institution. This is the American built to rise. My moderate to severe Crohn symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyway.
I'm back in addiction. Feel significant symptom relief in 4 weeks with Skyway, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyway helps to visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyway, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years. Don't use allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrevy, the #1 prescribed biological growth disease.
Welcome to the Stay Risky halftime report. It's our turn of college football. Week 1 underway. Our game a little bit of a week 1 feel. Sam Acho, AJ Manuel, Kevin Cousins with you for college football on the way.
10-0 left.
Dallas Cowboys trading linebacker Michael Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. The Pack have already reached terms on a 4-year, $188 million extension. It makes Parsons now the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. In return, Green Bay gets 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. Adam Schefter on the here and how it got done. Jerry Jones was disappointed in the fact that he felt like he had an agreement in late March with Micah Parsons that would pay him $40.5 million a year on average. The two sides never negotiated. After that, Micah Parsons never practiced this summer. He had back tightness that he went to get a second opinion on in California. And there were people who said that Micah Parsons didn't have leverage, but his agent didn't know that he did have leverage. He had the leverage of Parsons' talents in talking to other teams. And the Packers were highly interested all along, so much so that they were willing to pay him more than any other non-quarterback in NFL history ever has been made. And we have another blockbuster trade 1 week from when the Dallas Cowboys will be playing the Philadelphia Eagles. 1 week from tonight on Thursday Night Football, there is a trade that has sent ripples across the National Football League. Semacho, how should we process the Cowboys trading away arguably the best defensive player in the game?
Well, for your Cowboys fan, it's almost impossible to process. You think about how talented Michael Parsons is. 52.5 sacks in 4 years. 12 sacks at least every single season. He is a game record. Now you're trading him to a team that already had Rashawn Gary, who's a 27-year-old dominant football player. Then you also to a team that has Jordan Love, the quarterback, who's 26 years old. So now all of a sudden you have young talent in Green Bay on a Super Bowl-ready team, and Dallas has very little to show for it.
The other part, too, you think about the quarterbacks in that division that the Cowboys are going to play in. You look at the Washington Commanders with Jaden Daniels. You look at some of the others. I mean, you need to have some pass rushers that can get after the quarterbacks. I mean, now I'm looking at the draft this coming season. T.J. Parker, Ruben Bain, R. Mason Thomas out of OU. Good players, but not – you know what I mean? So this has me a huge question mark in my mind.
And on the Packers side, there's a huge impact. I remember I was a part of the Chicago Bears when we traded for Khalil Mack, and all of a sudden our defense got tremendously better. We went from a pretty solid defense to the #1 defense to a couple guys on Pro Bowls to 8 Pro Bowlers on that team. And so for the Packers, it makes everyone on that defense significantly better.
1 week from the start of the NFL season, when, by the way, the Cowboys will be in Philly to take on the defending Super Bowl champions. Of course, week 1 of the college football season is here. Saturday will be a celebration, the grand finale for the legendary Lee Corso.
So, Lee Corso, Charles Barkley here. I just want to thank you for being on the greatest college football show ever. What you meant for that show and for the game can't be measured.
Want to wish Ray Coach Corso congratulations on an unprecedented career. I have a little head gear I'm going to try on. You know what Ricky Bobby says? If you ain't first,
You're last.
Hi, Coach Corso. It's Ken Jung. It's Mr. Chow. You're my daddy. And you are also beloved. Thank you for everything you've done for the game of college football.
Won't be a dry eye in the house in Columbus on Saturday. Max Madsen, Chris Marshall breaking the ice on a new season. USF, the halftime lead.
13 minutes till kickoff, and I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to go grab something to drink real quick.
Stay busy.
But thanks to being busy, I'm showing off my careers. And most people were here even at 5 years. Don't use allergic, serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu and symptoms of vaccines. With Sky Really, nothing on my skin means everything. That's weird, dermatologist about my baby today. Learn how hobby can help you save.
When Verizon gives you a free phone on any plan,
Gemini, show me the concealer.
you use it a lot.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
Yes, boyfriend of the year. Did we say a lot? We meant a lot.
Gemini, is my house phone leaning away because it hates me?
Nothing personal. It's leaning away for more sunlight.
Come here. Gemini, any pointers on my download dog?
We get it. It's a Google Pixel 10 Pro from Verizon.
Ah, appreciate you.
Being bold means I'm the first person in my family to go to college.
To use a human voice to diagnose and treat diseases.
Solange College of AI, Cybersecurity, and Computing. That's being bold.
Super King, Hurricanes, and Jordan have helped build a
It means walking on, never giving up, and breaking records along the way.
to have crazy ideas, following through with them.
All that I've gone through in my life, using it to drive my way. Default. I like going on the field. I would miss not going on the field.
$4,200 Tiffany earrings for just $1. Joseph won an iPad for $6. There's millions of fast options. So try today.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, with more halftime analysis. I think one key for both teams is to one key for each team is to limit the number of penalties you have in the second half.
You really got to for whatever life has in storage. Extra space storage.
You get the sense some business decisions are going to be made in the second half by some of the Woodsy players after Byron Brown was rumbling around in that first half. 10-7. USF is on top. Second college football is back. Week 0 was the appetizer. Week 1, the main course. Change is a constant in the sport. One thing remains the same: the excitement. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Ohio State wins another national championship last year. Yep, flag planting. It should be a really good year of college football, ladies and gentlemen. CJ Carr is the new starting quarterback at Notre Dame. Fernando Mendoza takes over as quarterback at Indiana. And Bill Belichick is now the head coach at North Carolina. And Coach Corso on Saturday morning will make his final headgear pick. Score update: 31-14 Rutgers in the second quarter against Ohio. Buffalo, Minnesota get a start in a little bit. gauntlet in TCU, North Carolina. Halftime report. I would imagine the halftime report is almost over. And we are about to get started on the second half of South Florida and Boise State. Yep, we're in one. I think the biggest game every Saturday is the one we're going to do. Jacksonville State of UCF is 0-0. Yeah. Trying to look and see something here. We are just waiting for the second half to kick off. Towson's up 7-0 on Norfolk State. And if you're looking for that game, it's over on ESPNU. Wyoming and Akron 0-0 on ESPN Plus. 3:48 in the first to go in the first half. UAB and Alabama State at 8:30 on ESPN Plus. And Sorsby named Big 12 Newcomer of the Week twice last year. And an hour and 31 minutes, Cincinnati, Nebraska. From Arrowhead Stadium, Quick Kessenich. It is Darren Rayella. I was going to do a play-by-play for that game, ladies and gentlemen, for Cincinnati, Nebraska. But unfortunately, we cannot because I have a fantasy football draft at 8:30, which is why this live play-by-play might have to end a few minutes early.
New movie Caught Stealing in theaters tomorrow. You received Caught Stealing is a fun, thrilling, wild ride.
What is going on?
A wildly entertaining film keeper full of twists and turns. But if it's not Caught Stealing, bring it on. Pro Plan believes exceptional nutrition gives more than the days of your life. It fuels for the life of your days. Pro Plan. Fuel for life.
That unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, it makes you resourceful, not just a ruler. So, when Hudson was out of hand, showed his boss here. The movie looks like nothing before. 3 years ago. The movie blocks is the game. It's the first treatment of its kind. Calms the nerves that make you itch, soothes inflammation, and restores skin barrier. Do not take if allergic to Nemuvio. Serious reactions can occur. Same for you. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take. If you experience signs or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, calmness, and muscle aches. Get over your itch fast and get skin clearance that lasts. Ask your dermatology specialist about the Nemuvio today.
Welcome to the school year, parents. Who wants to have a bath? Good thing you can order it all in one tap, babe. Walmart's got it all. Remember Thursday today? Nobody ever does. You gotta serve lunch and a milk.
Yours is weird.
It's custom. It's fall. It's gonna be a very good. What did you do? You didn't fail. Did you see every step out? Keep going. This is the innovator's mindset. It's the innovation. There's 90,000 ways to go work. And the one that changes everything. Because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of
You're watching Kickoff Radio with Modelo.
There you go, watching the American Conference on
We are back for the second half.
Prime Time, presented by Liberty Mutual. We are near downtown Tampa. For the opener tonight, between South
Start of the third quarter.
Now is the Bulls on top 10-7 in last year's playoff game. Boise State. It was an entertaining first half. Tom Luganville and Matt Berry back with you.
Alec Pecado back with you. You're on YouTube. Calling this game by solo tonight.
Boise State, and then this big guy, Byron Bradford, using those big legs, his ability to run. It's been the difference with this offense in the first half.
And if you look statistically at what's going on, another turnover for Boise State here again in the first half, they really dominated in every statistical category. But you know what matters right now? The score. That's that better quarterback. Down 10-7. We're going to see Byron Bradford.
Bulls get the ball to start second half. Here we go. We're about to be underway here in the second half. The kickoff is going to go out of the back of the end zone, and it's going to be 1st and 10 South Florida at the 25.
New season, new look. Harry with the lip sweater.
We need an eye patch. If you're going to be on a pirate ship, we need an eye patch.
Harry with the mustache. And we'll see what Boise State does in the second half.
1st and 10 South Florida. Just getting underway here in the second half. Brown takes a snap. He's going to throw. Caught by number 18, Weston Wolf. For a gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. And 2nd and 3, correction, gain of 5. Brown going to take it and run. And he's going to be short of the first down. Gain of 2, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for South Florida with 14:20 left. And getting the first down is Contravion Norton. First down, Contravious Norton. And an injured Boise State player, number 53, Marco Notari, Marco Notarian, Richard Senior, middle linebacker down for Boise State. Out of San Diego, California, he is 6'3", 240 pounds. His backup is Bone Phelps, redshirt sophomore, number 41, who is probably going to come in on this next play, as it'll be first down, South Florida at their own 36-yard line. 14-13 to go in the third quarter, correction. First and 10, South Florida. Here we go. Byron Brown in the shotgun takes the snap. Play fake. Brown escapes, and he's going to gain a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Second and 9 for South Florida. Brown hands it off to Norton. No gain. Tackled by number 41, Bone Phelps, the red shirt sophomore. Phelps on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for South Florida. And a penalty for South Florida. I talked about at halftime how USF needs to clean up the pre-snap penalties. And here's a pre-snap penalty right here. Illegal snap on Cole Best. Third and 14 for USF. And Alex Golish does not look pleased. We go 3rd and 14. Bunch formation to the right side. One receiver on the left. Bring Weston Wolf in motion. Brown, a screen pass to Kashawn Singleton. And it's going to be a gain of 8 on the play. It'll be 4th and 6. Chase Leon on the punt for USF. Malik Sherrod back deep for Boise State. And the punt is a good one. Sherrod, fair catch at 10-yard line. That is where Boise State will take over. First and 10 for Boise State. Sherrod on the carry. He is going to be tackled by a whole host of Bulls, including number 3. Bulls, including number 3. Jonas Dusolana and Deshaun Rucker. 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 for Boise State. With 11:20 left in the third quarter. Matson takes the snap. Looking. He's going to be sacked. By number 34, Rico Watson, for a loss of 7. And it's going to be 3rd and 18. Rico Watson. Yeah, I'm going to say this defense for USF looks a lot better in the first game so far than last year. 3rd down and 18. Delay a game on the offense. Third and 18 on the 2-yard line. Matson takes a snap. He's looking. He throws. Pass incomplete, intended for Chris Marshall. And the punt team is out for Boise State. Here's the punt from punt, and it's going to be a shank. .49-yard line, 1st down and 10, South Florida, 9:53 to go in the third quarter, 10-7. Gigabong.
I'm a big rock. And while you're down there posing for pictures, I'm seeing a bigger picture from up here. And this little bird is telling me it's time to just rock the world. And if you're out the insurance, let's give you a flat in your savings. All my stuff, you all save money. And be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
T-Mobile home internet is so good. I can tell the whole world. Go right ahead. T-Mobile's got home internet. T-Mobile's got home internet. Just 35 bucks a month, guaranteed for 5 years. T-Mobile's got home internet. Just 35 bucks a month, it's guaranteed for 5 years. We are all the way back. There's the top of our Live Monster section of the Live Monster student section of the year. Who will take home the trophy this year? That's a choice, by the way. That is a choice that you make in this weather to come out and body paint your chest on. Where's the BB 5-liter burrito?
First and 10, South Florida. Byron Brown and the shotgun again takes the snap. Looks over to the sideline. Looking. In motion is number 8. Brown's pass incomplete to number 2. Chase Nimrod. Brown's pass is Sam Franklin on the carry. Short gain of 4. Gain of 1, correction on the play. 3rd down and 9. Byron Brown and a shotgun. Triani back on the field for Boise State. Brown takes the snap. King throws, caught by number 9.
Boise State is used to being able to really just lean on people, create gaps.
Yeah, punt it. You have there's no rhyme or reason here not to punt it. Don't be foolish. Oh, it's a fake! Touchdown, USF! A fake punt! Oh my goodness! USF! I did not see that coming. They were lined up to punt, and the punter threw it, and it was caught for a 45-yard touchdown. What a trick play! Wow! Wow! Okay. I'm just as shocked as everybody else. What? Yeah, exactly. Lachlan Hewlett with the fake punt. I knew something seemed fishy there. That was not the normal punter for USF. That is the backup quarterback, freshman, Lachlan Hewlett to Jonathan Eccles. Oh, that's never mind. Krishan Singleton with the catch and the 45-yard scamper to the end zone. I am in shock. Like I said, something did not seem right there.
Membership with your mom so she can share with you. Easy. USA. My overpacking has reached new levels. So does it too. They let everyone my family choose whatever plan they want. I save money and can keep the same low price for 3 years. Love that.
7-0 Oklahoma. I've come back down after that. 7-0 Oklahoma State. I don't know how to. Okay. 6-0 Missouri. $10-0 Towson over Norfolk State. That was a crazy play, ladies and gentlemen. I was not expecting that. With 8:18 left at 17-7 USF. 10-point lead for the Bulls. Their defense, this no-look Todd Orlando defense, has played magnificent.
For sure going to see that play on the ESPN app first. Well, he sneaks on there and he kind of just casually trots. And nobody picks up on it. The defense and the punt return unit doesn't even notice.
Nobody even noticed. Lachlan Hewitt just casually walked onto the field. First career pass attempt. First career touchdown. You just gave USF the lead, 10-point lead. 17-7 USF. Boise State ball first and 10 at the 25. Yes, the premier group of 5. Madsen under center takes the snap. It's going to be play action. Pass complete to Ben Ford for a first down. Ball at the Boise State 35. 8:10 to go in this third quarter. Boise State trails by 10. Tacoma. Jonas Tacoma having himself a game, the Wisconsin transfer. Matson takes the snap. It's going to be a run. First down, Boise State. Short gain. First down and 10 for Boise State. Moving right to left. 24 is out there for Boise State. Dylan Riley, the sophomore. Madsen under center. He's going to take the snap. It's going to be a pump fake to batted down by number 34. Salazar. Correction. That was number 63, Josh Salazar, the grad transfer from Texas A&M, batting that pass down. And it's 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. 2nd and 10 for Boise State. Madsen's going to step up and run. He's going to get 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Boise State with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Third and 5 for Boise State. And Madsen in the shotgun takes the snap, throws. Pass is complete to number 82, Ben Ford again. But Ben Ford drops down short of the first down. And it'll be 4th and 1. Fourth and 1 for Boise State. And here's the snap. Madsen takes it. Madsen takes the snap. Under center. Madsen's going to run, and he gets the first down and more. And he slides down. A 9-yard gain there. He could have. No, that was a clean block. Never mind. Madsen under center. Takes the snap. It's going to be play action. Madsen, get a look. Dumps it off to the running back. Cyrus Gaines on the check down. That's going to be 2nd and 4 with 4:52 to go in the third quarter. We got an injured USF defensive player.
He was one of the key additions to the transfer portal for the Bulls. Step aside, definitely will be there.
4:53 to go.
Take too many options into a single volume. Exotic animals. It's ate too many. And I found a pickup truck in the kitchen.
That's on me.
But I just got here. Back it up, bro.
At AT&T, we guarantee one. So you can focus on what matters most.
Remember when you told me how to fish? That's why this
26 minutes. This should be over by then.
Comcast Business helped turn the PGA Tour multi-shot tournament, sexy, swag, security, global broadcast orchestrated, real, really deal. Easy, Rich. No jinx. T-shot match. Game changing football experience. Powering the connectivity of the PGA Tour. Comcast Business.
The chase level up.
We can't start at 8:45. 25 minutes until the draft. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And we should be ready.
Good news. Like thousands of patients receiving free life from volunteer doctors and nurses on hospital shifts. All made possible by kindness.
So that's it. Got the t-shirt company she ordered from dropped the ball. So now she's scrambling to find a shirt solution. Should have used Rush Order Tees. Don't be left scrambling like that. Go to rushordertees.com to get your shirt together.
Devin Lee out of McDonough, Georgia. Second and 5 for Boise State. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Matson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking. He's going to step up in the pocket and run again. Gets the first down. Gets tackled by a host of USF Bulls, including Jalen Schuler. And it's going to be first down USF. Correction, first down Boise State at the USF 32-yard line. And timeout. Timeout, South Florida. 4:16 to go in the third quarter. $17-0 North Carolina State over ECU. Here we go. First to 10 for Boise State at the USF 32-yard line. Matson under center. Takes the snap. And Sherrod loses a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 11. The 34, Rico Watson on the tackle for loss. It's 2nd and 11. Missouri's up 9-0 on Central Arkansas. And 2nd and 11 for Boise State. 3:30 3:40 to go in the third quarter, correction. That's it. Sherrod gets it all the way down, close to first. Gain of 9 for Sherrod. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Ten-play, 52-yard drive, 5-minute long. Sherrod dropped. Pass was intended for Lauder. Matt Lauder, the intended target. Oh, that correction, that was 88. Wagner on the carry. And Matson. Incomplete, threw it behind the receiver gains. South Florida takes over with 2:38 to go in the third quarter. Byron Brown's going to run, and he runs into his offensive lineman, but he gets a couple yards. It's going to be 2nd and 9. By Banks. Banks has the tackle. Brown to throw. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Kershawn Singleton. It's going to be first down. I think we're going to get a pass interference call. Pass interference on Jake Richard Jr. linebacker. Yeah, that's pass interference. He was tackling him. Bludgeoning. Jake Ripp, the linebacker, gets flagged for PI. First and goal for USF. Chase Nimrod on the catch. Chase Nimrod, and USF quickly gets to the line. Brown hands it off. No, he still has it. He tricked everybody. Byron Brown into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown USF. Byron Brown on the scramble. And it's 23-7 South Florida with 1:44 to go in the third quarter. Byron Brown even tricked me. I thought he handed it off to the running back. No, he kept it, and he scampers in for the touchdown. So 2 rushing touchdowns left for Byron Brown tonight. And Gramatica drills the extra point. It is 24-7 USF. Wow. Okay. Florida, the Gators, you might want to be careful what you wish for. South Florida 24, Boise State 7, with 1:44 to go in the third quarter.
Excellent execution, finally delivering on the deep ball. And here's where you see the missed tackles on the perimeter, most notably from Jeremiah Harvey, the defensive corner for Boise State.
13 carries, 40 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 called back, could have 3. 12 of 19, 178 yards. For the senior quarterback out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
56 is down for South Florida. That is offensive lineman.
This day and age in college football leagues, when you know
Cole Skinner, junior left guard, down for USF.
I was here to stay because now it's scholarship offense. I was never going anywhere. This is where I wanted to be. And right now, he's got his team in a good position.
You love to see it. You love to see it. You really do.
24-7. South Florida. Here at the end of the third quarter, Tom Lubin, Bill Matt Berry with you here. Thursday night college football's back in a big way. So is week 1. You know, we had a sense when we were talking to Alex Golis. We talked about these group of 5 teams that get by with a playoff.
Sure.
He believes that the talent is there for this team to go on a run. And the team that they're up on right now is the standard in group 5.
Right. Everybody is trying to model their program after Boise State with the consistency and sustained success. It's one thing to build a program, but it's a different animal to sustain it over the course of over 2 decades. And this is now year 3 for Alex Golis. They feel like they've got a player-led football team, a player-led locker room from a leadership perspective, and they went out of the transfer portal, and you can see it here tonight. They started to really emphasize how are they going to improve in the offensive line and the defensive front. And so far, so good. Early returns are positive.
This game was 10-7 South Florida. And the third one, and then the touchdown there to flip this game to 24-7, and it happened quick.
By the way, Alex Golis, 13-0 as the head coach here in South Florida. One of the goals are leading.
Boise State's going to get the ball again.
Season, and of course the engagement heard
I think if USF gets one more touchdown, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this live stream. Matson, throw. Latrell Caples on the catch.